Sun Jianming had no choice but to say, "Okay, talk to him again, but we have to let him know that our patience is limited and we don't have time to argue with him here." The three reached a consensus and decided to communicate with Zhang Yi again. But during this time, Zhang Yi's top hacker, Yang Xinxin, had already broken through the network firewall of their organization and obtained all their information. Not every force has such a powerful network security system. Tianhai City is one of the cities with the most developed information technology in China. At the beginning, there were still some powerful programmers working in several major bases. But in the neighboring Days City, due to the siphon effect of Tianhai City, such people are relatively scarce. Yang Xinxin broke through their network firewall, just like passing through a wall woven by spider webs, without any difficulty. She immediately brought the intelligence of the three major forces in Days City to Zhang Yi. Zhang Yi was in the living room, sitting cross-legged on the sofa with bare feet, wearing a set of warm yellow pajamas. There was a computer on his knees, and Yang Xinxin was sitting next to him, introducing him to the intelligence she had obtained. According to the current intelligence, the scale of these three forces is not small. Although not as large as the 5 major forces in Tianhai City during its heyday, the gap is not too big. After all, Days City has a permanent population of more than 8 million and sufficient supplies. They have room to develop their own strength. Zhang Yi's fingers slid across the touchpad, carefully flipping through the specific combat power information of the 3 major forces. The most interesting thing is that they not only have their own internal intelligence, but also have separately counted the information of the other 2. This made Zhang Yi gain a lot. After all, no one would clearly record the abilities and weaknesses of their leaders in their own database. Sun Jianming, a user of the strengthening system, his ability codename is Dark Power, which has the effect of breaking armor and penetrating the body. Once in close combat, even those wearing heavy armor will be injured by him. No wonder Chen Jingguan was beaten by him. Sun Jianming, a user of the strengthening system, he ignores external defense and goes straight to the internal organs, completely restraining his enemy. I said that Chen Jingguan was not that useless, but if he was restrained, there would be nothing Chen Jingguan could do. Yang Xinxin was amazed when she saw the ability of the next member. Gu Hongdie, a user of the mental system. The ability codename is Scarlet Kiss, which can bewitch the mind and make people completely become their puppets. And it is the kind of love from the heart. Zhang Yi couldn't help but take a breath. This ability is perverted enough. The other party clearly knows that he has been tricked, but because of the love that cannot be extricated, he will still sink. No wonder Zhang Yi remembers that Gu Hongdie has the most subordinates. This kind of powerful control allows her to have a large number of subordinates, which can be regarded as a weakened version of Yuan Kongye. Hey, brother Zhang Yi! Yang Xinxin said the weakness of her ability is also recorded here. The activation of the Crimson Kiss has a distance limit, which must be within 100 meters, and the closer the distance, the stronger the effect. Yang Xinxin blushed a little after she read the details about her. Zhang Yi looked at her and said what was wrong, but she didn't say anything. If you kiss directly, even a Delta-level mutant will fall. Good guy! This Gu Hongdi used to be a professional, Yang Xinxin said with a confused look. What is a professional, brother Zhang Yi? Zhang Yi didn't explain anything and said, the leaders of the 3 major forces are all Delta-level mutants, and their abilities are also very abnormal. However, no matter how abnormal the ability is, it has its weaknesses. Even Zhang Yi, who has reached the peak of the Delta level according to the strength of his ability, still has the possibility of being attacked at close range. Therefore, Zhang Yi will always be cautious and never underestimate any enemy. Chen Liangyu, an Orc-type ability user. Ability code, Jaguar. possessing a running speed close to the speed of sound and a fierce hunter's instinctive hunting ability. Zhang Yi calmly read the information of each mutant of the three major forces and had a rough assessment of their strength in his heart. Not as good as the five major forces in Tianhai City during their heyday, but also very strong. As for weapons and equipment, there is nothing good to say, and it is far inferior to the Zhishan base. It is presumed that they came to invade Tianhai City and could not carry a large number of hot weapons. In this case, we will weaken their strength by at least 20%. Zhang Yi carefully calculated in his mind, not missing any details. At this moment, a prompt came from his mailbox. Zhang Yi's eyes flashed with a sharp light, knowing that this was the response from Days City. He reached out and clicked on the email to check. The content of the email was scanned in less than a minute. They still used that hypocritical rhetoric to express their tough attitude. Tianhai City is an important city on the southeast coast, and it must not be lost. This is not a problem for your forces, but a problem for the entire Jiangnan region and even the entire China. Therefore, the joint defense of the three major forces in our Days City is necessary. Please put the overall situation first. If you insist on resisting, we can only take tough measures. It will be bad if some friction or casualties occur at that time. Please think carefully. Finally, there is one more sentence. We are already on the way, and we will meet in Tianhai City soon. After reading the email, Zhang Yi narrowed his eyes slightly, with a playful smile on his lips. He sent that email for only one purpose: disguise. Let the people of Days City despise their strength. If he surrendered directly, the people of Days City would be suspicious. Zhang Yi sat down to drink tea and watch TV dramas without rushing, and after half an hour, he sent another email to the other party. It's not impossible for you to come to assist in defense. Our defense is indeed a little weak now. We can allocate a part of the area to you, but you can't move our current base. After the leaders of the three major forces in Days City saw the email, they laughed secretly. Zhang Yi's actions have revealed that they are unable to compete with Days City. He even agreed to cede territory, which shows his weakness and cowardice. Today, cede a city, tomorrow cede a land, and soon the three major forces will be able to completely swallow up Tianhai City. At that time, they will also swallow up Zhang Yi and the three base organizations. After all, what they have in their hands are the most core resources: supplies, weapons, and mutants. The leaders of the three forces gathered together again to discuss. Sun Jianming. He has softened his words. It seems that we can take Tianhai City without losing a single soldier. What do you say? Gu Hongdi. Then what are we waiting for? Without further ado, we should lead our troops there and occupy several of their important resource areas first. Then we can slowly nibble away at them. Chen Liangyu said, "This is not good. They still have some troops in their hands. I think it is better to let them surrender and lay down their weapons so that we can be completely safe." Gu Hongdie smiled and said, "Chen Liangyu, are you too impatient? If we ask them to hand over their weapons and surrender, they may fight us to the death. Although we are not afraid of their small number of troops, it is not good to lose soldiers and generals in a fight." Sun Jianming also said, "Although there are not many mutants left, they are also elites. There is no need to force them into a desperate situation." Chen Liangyu frowned. "I just think that they will not give up their territory and resources so willingly. Only when they completely lose their resistance can I feel at ease." Sun Jianming said, "Of course they are unwilling, but the strength is here. They can't be unwilling." Gu Hongdie advised, "It's better to leave a way out. Tianhai City is so big, just divide a barren area for them and let them live." Sun Jianming said, "I think this is a good idea." Chen Liangyu said, "Okay, but we have to be careful of their counterattack." Gu Hongdie said with a smile, Then bring enough of our elite. In the face of absolute strength, all conspiracies and tricks are just jokes. The three people discussed and decided to take the most elite mutants of the headquarters to Tianhai City. This matter cannot be delayed lest the Jiangnan district finds out. There may be trouble. When they arrive in Tianhai City, they can naturally use powerful force to oppress Zhang Yi and others and make them hand over their territory and resources. The three families reached a consensus and immediately organized people to set off. Of course, they did not respond to Zhang Yi, lest Zhang Yi ambush them in advance. Although they believed that they were absolutely strong, there was no need to take risks. But there is one thing they could not have imagined, that all their conversations were clearly monitored by Yang Xinxin. So Zhang Yi knew their plan. Zhang Yi slowly stood up from the sofa and sent a message to the leaders of the three bases with a cold look in his eyes. "Prepare for action!"